Okay, so hopefully you've been through the video of the cash flow forecasting lesson. So this video is just to show an example of how you go about completing a cash flow forecast for real. Hopefully if you're playing this video on full screen, you should be able to see everything fairly clearly. Got the key rules here about how to complete the cash flow forecast and a bit of text here. This is very similar to what you will have on a Unit 1 case study if you're required to do some cash flow forecasting. So if we just go through the case study and then we'll be filling in areas here. We've just got a short 3-month cash flow forecast to complete. So James has started up a business selling an invention he has come up with. He intends to start in January with £5,000 of his own money he has saved. So we can take it as read that the £5,000 is the opening balance. That's what he's got in the bank. He has decided to prepare a cash flow forecast for the first 3 months. His research suggests that his sales revenue will be £1,800 in January and then increase by £200 each month. So we can go ahead and put that in here. We've got £1,800 in January, it'll be £2,000 in Feb and £2,200 in March. Now, because we've only got one kind of cash in this example, the sales, we can go ahead and complete the totals for that as well. Okay, he has costs of £500 a month for rent, £1,200 for materials, £1,000 a month for wages for his staff, and £400 each month for advertising. So let's go ahead and put that in. We've got £500 for rent each month, £1,000 for wages, advertising is £400. We've heard nothing about machinery at the moment, but we do know he's going to have £1,200 of materials every month. Okay, so if we read on, in February he will have to pay an instalment of £3,000 for a piece of machinery he has leased. So that's why we've got this machinery column. So in February we've got £3,000. So now we can go ahead and total up all of these cash outs. So there we've got 500, 1,500, 1,900, 3,100. This month we've got the same, but we've got that 3,000 added, so it's 6,100. And then back to this month, same as in January, 3,100. So from this, we can work out the net cash flow. We know the total in, we can take away the total out, and that will give us the net cash flow. So here, 1,800 in, 3,100 out means we've got a negative balance of 1,300. In this month we've got 2,000 in but 6,100 going out, so again we've got a negative cash flow of 6,100. 4,100. And then the final month we've got 2,200 coming in, 3,100 going out, so that is a negative cash flow of net cash flow of £900. So now that we know our net cash flow, we can go about working out our closing balance. Closing balance is whatever the opening balance was at the start of the month plus the net cash flow. Now we've got minus figures for all our net cash flow, so we're going to be taking them away. So if the opening balance is 5,000 and the net cash flow is minus 1,300, that leaves us with a closing balance of 3,700. Because the closing balance becomes the opening balance in the next month, we can take that figure and insert it up here. And then we do the same again. We've got 3,700 as the opening balance. We've got a net cash flow of 4,100, but that's a minus, so we're going to take it away. And that now leaves us with a negative cash balance at the end of the month of minus £400. We can then take that, because it is the closing balance becoming the opening balance. We can insert that in there. And we have 400 as the opening balance for March. Once again, opening balance plus net cash flow. We're taking away once again. We already had minus 400 to start with, so we're ending March with a negative cash balance of £1,300. Now, because this is a negative cash balance, this means James in this case study is going to need to either do something to prevent that negative cash balance happening, or have something in place, for instance a bank overdraft, in order that he's allowed to go that overdrawn on his bank account. depending on what other information you have in your case study will depend on whether that's going to be a possibility or not.